beats here with a KORG Gadget 3 tutorial. I did not buy Santa Ana, but I did buy, obviously, Sydney. That's what we're talking about today. I got it because I wanted something to sample audio loops and such within the app. They have a few other samplers like Abu Dhabi. What else? Abu Dhabi, Bilbao, and I guess you could say Stockholm in regards to gadgets that allow you to just import the audio and somewhat manipulate it or play it back on pads. Anyway, let me show y'all real quick 2 examples I have here of this software. So the thing about Sydney is that it allows you to time stretch and manipulate the audio to stay in time with your project's BPM. So you can see this sample here in the little box under where it says sample. It's a cymatics loop and it's at 155 BPM. And I got my tempo at 130. So this is what this sounds like. Real basic. I just sampled 2 bars of this. And this is what it sounds like. Real basic, but you get the idea there. That's just kind of a rough draft, I guess you could say. And then here's like another example of something you could do. So I took the same loop and loaded it on these different 1 through 4 bubbles. I wish there was a way that you could copy and paste from the first pad to the second pad and to the third and so on. But for now, that's what I got. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, this is just to give you an example, but with the drums. You get the point. So, just to show you from scratch, you hit this interface where it says sound program, scroll to the bottom, hit the initial kit, which will be a blank slate. So all these pads 1 through 6 are all empty. So we'll go to the first one. You hit here under sample, and you see KORG has its own samples that it comes preloaded with that you can mess around with. It's a pretty good amount of them. But here's an example. Should be. Just a simple chord progression that I froze in Cubase so that it would go from MIDI to audio. And let's mess around. So the BPM is 120. My tempo is currently 130. So I'm going to slow this down to 85 so we can see a dramatic change in it. So you tap BPM sync. Now it's on. So when I hold the pad, let's see how it sounds. All right, a little too slow. So what we start at 120 with this. So let's try it at 95. Which is 94 for now. Another thing, by default, the EG mode here says gate. So what that means is that the sample will only play as long as you hold it. Okay. So if you tap it and it goes to one-shot mode, obviously you tap it and it plays it. You have your start, which obviously you can drag that up and down, or you can actually grab the triangle up here and move it where you want the sample to start. And obviously length would be where the sample chop ends. So in theory, like I said, you could copy the same file a few times. See right here. We'll have the start, the second bar. I made this pretty simple because it's a 4-bar chord progression. So I can see with the waveform pretty much where each chord starts. And I did that just to make this pretty easy. But you'll see, if I come down with the length, chop it right there, put this on one shot. One of the problems with this, though, is that there's no choke mode. So, yet again, I don't know why KORG doesn't come up with a gadget that's similar to like Koala Sampler or a Row MPC. With Recif, all these sounds are preloaded and you can't add your own sounds. So that's kind of sucks. It doesn't even have a blank slate preset. So, and I just don't know why they don't do that. Honestly, I really have no idea. But you get the brief example of that with Sydney. Let me see. I'll pick one more random sample to give you an idea of what you can manipulate this with. Because with these 6 pads, the way I feel that they're promoting this gadget or the way it's supposed to be used is you could load in 6 separate different loops and then have them all in sync together. You can tune the sample, but unless if you are, you don't have to tune each sample to the same key, which can kind of be frustrating without it just having a option that shows, all the different scales and keys. But either which way, let's try to come up with something as well here real quick. All right. So I'm just pick one of these random somatics loops. All right. So the BPM is reading from the looper machine or loop sample machine, whatever. BPM is reading 161. So to make this sound a little different, drop it down to 130. BPM sync. We can tune it. I'm gonna tune it up 6 first. So it's like halfway up the scale. Let's try all the way up to the next octave. 12 semitones up. Sorry, 12 semitones up or 12 semitones down will change the octave up one or one down. That kind of sounds cool, kind of sounds annoying. Let me see if I can get, I got a filter. There we go. Try to get some of that high pitched sound out. Um, really never hearing a difference with the 8-band EQ, so let me see. Yeah, some delay. Another thing is there's no choke button there. Like literally the sample plays the whole way till it's done. It doesn't just stop, which in some instances can be very annoying. Let's see. I mean, you can add some more effects to it, but the main thing with this is, I guess, just if you want to import like a drum loop, a guitar riff, or really any type of sample, vocal sample, you can use this to at least switch the pitch a little bit, and you can add some effects, synchronize it to the BPM. But this isn't as featureful as I wanted it to be. Um, Overall, the Gadget 3 update's pretty cool to me, but I'm gonna have a separate video about that as well. But in regards to Sydney, like I said, I give it like a 7 out of 10. I feel like it's not that amazing, and they don't ever update the actual gadgets. So I feel like no different features will be added to it, like a choke or a copy and paste feature between the pads, which sucks because it would be pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, at least we know Korg is still updating Gadget. You know, this update came out of nowhere, and it's it's still beneficial to me that the fact that it still is being updated and they are still giving the attention to it, even though it may not be as frequent as we want. But hey, it's better than nothing. So I hope you guys learned a little bit about this. Like I said, just the bare minimums of it. You see, you have your levels here. I probably should have did this from the beginning, but you have your levels here to put the volume up and down per channel or pad. You have your pan, so you can have it go more to the left or more to the right. Tune, obviously, is to change the semitone up or down, to either change the key or to change the octave. And like I said earlier, 12 up is up an octave, 12 down is down an octave. As you see here, how it says -12 or the regular 12. Anyway, you got your basic effects here, which honestly, I would just go to the effects page and add effects there. These effects that come in here, besides the lo-fi effects, um, they're all kind of like basic. It's not really made, doesn't even seem like there's, yeah, just filters, which you can use that in this effect page. So besides that, you have your BPM, which seems like it, I guess you could change it here. I think it detects it as well. So I would just leave it there. Then you have the BPM sync on, which syncs to your tempo down here. Um, like I said, the EG mode allows you to change it from gate to one shot. Attack and release, obviously, how quick the sample plays when you tap the pad, and releases how long it takes for it to like stop playing. So you could lower that if the sample is playing for too long once it's done. Or like for instance, wonder why it's not making, like it's acting up. Might be because of the screen recording. But anyway, besides that, like I said, start, length, loop point allows you to change the beginning and end points of your samples, chop. Reverse obviously reverses it. Effects turns the effects on and off. And I'm not really sure what the smooth does, but it comes with it on, so I just keep it on. But yeah, that was a quick tutorial. There's not much more to really go in depth with this, if you ask me. I think I'm going to start making videos about each individual gadget, or at least the ones that I use the most first, and then the ones I don't use as much, I'll just get more familiar with them and make videos about them. I want to start making more stuff on KORG. I hope that they do continue support for KORG Gadget. But anyways, 2024, no envy beats. I want to try to step up my videos up this year for real. Do more voiceovers of the videos and just get more frequent. So um, besides that, like I said, I might have some more videos about KORG, so stay tuned and keep making music.